Anglers are a pretty shrewd bunch, and a great deal of effort has already gone into making leads that look as natural as possible, just like the one you see here. At a distance, it looks absolutely fine, but start to move in closer and view this as a fish would, and it's a very different story. The lead is actually standing out from the top of a stone, and although a fish will not be able to reason why it looks suspicious, 9 times out of 10 it will be enough to spook the fish off. Remember, to a human, a 2-ounce lead will look like a 2-ounce lead, but you must consider it from a fish's point of view. By contrast, when the stone's weight touches bottom, it quite literally disappears completely from view, and for fish and human eyes alike, it's perfect camouflage at its unobtrusive best. As a natural product, there's nothing to arouse any fish's suspicions, because even if the fish should come into direct physical contact with the stones, there's nothing unusual to detect. When it comes to presentation, most anglers have to trust to luck once they've cast out and hit the water, because with the traditional lead weight and standard hook length, there's no way that you can predict how it's going to land on the bottom. You may be fortunate and your hook will be distant enough from the lead for you to catch fish, but you won't have any control, and your hook might be right next to the lead, and no fish in its right mind will come anywhere near it. Compare this to the presentation of the Stonze system, and you'll see a very different picture. To begin with, you can't visibly detect the stone's weight. However, and this is far more important, despite the hook bait lying right next to the stone, it doesn't matter a jot. For the fish, it's just another stone, and your bait will be readily taken, which is why your catch consistency will really improve on the Stonze system. If you sat down, and set your mind to designing a weight that would be ideal for any type of angling, you couldn't come up with anything more perfect than a natural stone. One of its greatest qualities is the fact that it's porous. In a surprisingly short amount of time, a Stonze will take on the characteristics of whatever liquid you choose to soak it in. If you're going to be fishing a particular venue at any given time, you can soak your Stonze in that specific water ahead of the event, making your presentation blend even more perfectly into the environment when you're ready to fish. Also, it can be useful to allow algae to grow on your Stonze by leaving them in the water for longer periods of time, as this will improve your catch rate in some situations. However, you can take this a step further by using bait soaks or flavours to actually enhance your Stonze and positively up the attraction factor around your hook bait. It only takes a couple of days soaking for the flavours to reach right through to the core of the Stonze, which can only be an added bonus. Flavouring the stone is an area of this angling system where you can really personalise the way that you fish it. One of the great advantages of the Stonze system is the fact that anybody, from novice to expert, can buy the products, start fishing immediately, and get excellent results. Yet to have the facility to customise your Stonze for your own particular requirements is a great benefit indeed. And over time, you will, without doubt, come to appreciate the full potential of this innovation. During the development of the Stonze system, POM and the Pallatrax team have worked very hard to ensure that their Stonze are as safe as they could possibly be. You may be watching this programme with a covetous eye cast over your neighbour's pebble driveway, whilst wondering why a spot of DIY Stonze creating might not be a good idea. Well, apart from the fact that cutting the right-sized holes for the quality swivels is a veritable art form in itself, finding the perfect stone is best left to the experts. Each example you'll see in the Pallatrax range is perfectly smooth, with no jagged edges for the fish to injure themselves on. Also, it's difficult with a natural product to have absolute uniformity, but thanks to the Stonze system's quality control, it's about as good as it gets.